Hello and welcome guys. In this session, we are going to understand how to use Entity Framework Core with our ASP.NET Core Web API. In our previous session, we see how to use ADO.NET in our ASP.NET Core Web API. If you missed that session, I will give the link on I button. Please check it out. So, if you see in our previous session, we already delete, create and select the item through SQL query. Now we are going to use Entity Framework Core to do the same operation. So for today's session, I am going to use Microsoft.Entity Framework Core, Microsoft.Entity Framework Core.tools, and Microsoft.Entity Framework Core.SQL Server NuGet packages. So this controller I am completely using for ADO.NET. Let's add one more controller and do the same operation with Entity Framework Core. So in the controller, I am adding one more API controller. So I have a DB here, YTDB, and the table name is item. I'm going to fetch the data from this table and do some insert and delete operation. So previously I give an item controller. So for now I'm giving item EF, Entity Framework Controller. I no need of this data. Previously we are just getting the data by ID and all details. So like this. So here we are just returning from this one. So this item model, I no need. Okay, forget it. I just created one controller here. Let's add our NuGet packages inside our application. So right click on the application, manage NuGet packages. First one is Entity Framework Core. This first one, install this one. Click on I accept. Second one is Microsoft.Entity Framework Core.tools. So it got installed. Now .tools. And the last one is Microsoft.Entity Framework Core.SQL Server. Guys, you may say it's SQL or SQL. So this one. Now I have my DB in my database, which have my own connection string. In our previous session of ADO.NET, we saw how to add connection string inside our app.settings.json file. Now I'm going to do the scaffolding of this database inside my application. So for this, okay, let's okay, I accept. Wait for until it got completely installed. Okay, save the application. In the tools, NuGet packet manager console. So in the console itself, I'm going to do the scaffolding. So for scaffolding, I'm going to use this command. Guys, after completion of this application, I'm going to give the link on the video description so you can download the source code. So I'm going to use scaffold hyphen db context and my complete connection string, which will scaffold complete database. If any other table also there, it will do the scaffold for the database, and the output directory will be, which is hyphen output dir data model. So if you see, I don't have any data model folder here. Now if I run this command particular, so it will create one data model with our context base. So this particular connection string I am giving. So in case of appsetting.json, I require a single slash, but I need to give double slash. But in the package manager console, no need to give double slash. So this command to scale for the complete database, press enter. So we got one warning, ignore it for now. So go to Solution Explorer. You can see one data model folder has been added and one context. This is our context base. So in my save the application, close the context, close the NuGet packages, JSON. So here the same thing, get items. So I'm just creating one more API here, get items from EF. So here I'm going to use my application name dot data models, my new created folder or the context model. So you can see this item is present here, the item.cs. All the properties has been created as per the table description. So my context name, I'm giving one example or any object name, right? So here I'm loading that object name dot items to list. So I'm just giving the same route name. Let's see this is working properly or not. Okay, so we have get items. Previously we are using get items. So it's a new API to fetch data from the context or the entity framework core. So you can see data has been coming. So we can create one more get by ID here. So I'm going to use the same particular as our existing. I'm just adding EF. Right, run the application. I change the API. So there is some error. Why? I think the code is not there. So let's check one more code here. Yes, it is coming. So in this way, you can fetch the data by ID also. So let's do our insert operation. Same thing I am going to use, but in case of insert operation, here we are using item model, which is we only manually created. But in case of entity framework, we are going to do our item class, this one, which is created by scaffolding. Right, no need of this one. Save changes. Run the application. So you can see our data posting through entity framework is working or not. So we don't have Titan watch for now here. So let's change the API name and send the data successfully. So let's see, it's already added. Right here also you can see the same newly added item. So in this way we can perform insert operation also. Guys, I hope you like my video. If you do, give me a like and share this video with your friends. Thank you very much.